alright about next week?
As fine as I can be.
Powers really aren't all they are hyped up to be. You'll be able to have a life most witches would dream of having.
Your powers are practically non-existent. I don't think you can start telling me what it's like to lose a great power like mine.
I know just what it's like to lose great power. Mine's trapped inside an ice sculpture. It has been for centuries.
Hi everyone, it's me Hatsy and welcome to part 12 of Let's Play Witches. So it's also going to be autumn in this part, and I think for the next few parts you will see the town looking a little bit differently, and that is because I've been playing around with so many mods. I've got a snow mod as well, which I'm going to use for Christmas, but yeah, you'll probably see more mods used just because I really like the overall look of them. Anyway though, today is a particularly interesting episode because Marielle has had to step down as the Supreme Leader, and I would imagine that Damien is also a little bit upset about everything. Who's this? I don't even know who this is. She's never been part of the series before. Why she suddenly came in at part 12? I have no idea, but she looks really odd. But yeah, so Marielle has lost half of her powers, and what I mean by that is half of her skills. So if we go to her skills, you can see that she's level 5 now, and that used to be level 10. So this person really wants to talk to her. Maybe she would give her a rude interaction. Marielle's feeling happy at the moment. Maybe I could change her mood. Oh, I don't know. I don't like using cheats necessarily in my Let's Plays. This is like the first time I've ever done this before. But would I make her feel sad? Oh, just for the sake of what's happened, just for the sake of the machinima, maybe I will then. So if you're completely new to this mod, it's so good. I use it all the time now, especially for, I guess, machinimas and stuff. So she's going to feel sad. There we go. She's very sad. It's just hit her. It's finally just hit Marielle what's happened. She's lost half her powers. And I can imagine that she'll be acting really weird for this episode and maybe for the next few ones actually, because she killed Calvin in, I think, the last episode, may even be the part before. Apologies, I am a little bit unsure because it's been so long. And I mean, I feel really bad for that, but I just think that she's going to be acting up a lot. So if you see any weirdness coming from Marielle, yeah, you know the reason why. Okay, I'm going to delete that computer because I don't even know why that's outside. Now, Elizabeth is also upset, but I've told her to go home because I don't want her just mourning by herself in the street over her daughter's lost powers or something. I'm happy that Sandra the Sandwoman's finally decided to leave because I was getting a bit sick of her, not gonna lie. She was really annoying. Why was she even here though? And going to the other girls now, Eliona and Devin are playing chess. What's Vivian doing? What is she doing? She's dancing by herself. Now, this is going to be a really awkward few parts for Vivian because for those of you that don't remember, Vivian has a very stable relationship going with Tatum. And the problem with that is that she will have to eventually give up their relationship and, I guess, marry Balthazar in the future, because in years' time, when she has to step down and give her supreme powers to the next Supreme Witch, etc., then yeah, she will have to marry Balthazar. So that's upsetting news. Well, maybe they should all go to bed because it's really late. Spray monster into the bed. I didn't think that teens got that, but I guess they do. Yeah, I'm going to make everybody go to sleep just because I think that at the moment, it's a really bad time to start a Let's Play at night. I've made this mistake before, but nothing good happens at like 2 a.m. to The Sims, so yeah, it's not good. It's not good for that. Okay, well, Elizabeth's asleep. We just need to get Marielle in bed, and maybe later on in the episodes, she will go and visit Adam. She hasn't visited him for a while, and I would imagine that now that Calvin is out the picture, she would be very focused on Adam, and she would really want to see him. So Elizabeth's got up. She's sad. What does she want to do? Blog about feelings? That does not sound like Elizabeth. But maybe she could do some artwork, I guess. Because Elizabeth doesn't have many powers. She has like hardly any skills, and she's just an all-round, not very skilled sim. Now, Eliona's going to cook something for the other girls before they wake up because I think they're going to get hungry. Hunger's the worst thing to have for Sims, I think, anyway. Vivian is feeling focused. Where is she? Oh, she's up here. I love this interaction they do with the plants. I like to see how they turn out. I think they turn out differently each time. So we shall see how that turns out. And with Vivian's new skills as well, she should hopefully be a little bit better with that sort of stuff. Maybe she would be feeling like a lot more practical now to just do things around the house like cool shapes like this because of her advanced skills. Because they are pretty much all at 5, but they will be at 10 when Marielle marries Damien. So, who have we got here? Oh my gosh, we've got Tatum. He's probably really sad because of the news. I would imagine that he wouldn't want to dump Vivian or like, I guess, end their relationship. So that's really sad for him.
Calvin is missing. Did you know that? Does Marielle know that?
Go home, Agatha. My daughter lost half of her powers today, and the other half next week. We'll talk about this another time.
If that daughter of yours had anything to do with this, so help me. need to convince Vivian to live here with us. She is not safe over in the boarding house. I can't see Marielle ever wanting to lose her powers. She will go to great lengths to keep them, I just know it.
I don't want Vivian to move in.
You need to learn to put your feelings aside and do the right thing.
Isn't that what you do? You put your feelings aside. How has that worked out for you?
This isn't about me! Ledesma, I'm not asking, I am telling you. You will go over there and befriend that girl. She is in danger! Can you really see Marielle just giving up her powers?
So we've just arrived at Agatha's house and she's asked Ledesma to do something which he really doesn't want to do. And that is go and befriend Vivian, because Vivian has to come and live over here now. I don't know what he's going to say to her, how he's going to dress that up. Maybe he would say that now that you are the new Supreme Witch, would you like to come and live over here to have a little bit more space away from Marielle and potentially get some extra tutoring from Agatha, I guess, because she's the strongest ancient witch. But it doesn't make any sense. But the reason why Agatha would be very concerned is because she is now concerned about Calvin's death, or like, I guess, Calvin's disappearance. She doesn't know about his death, but she definitely knows about his disappearance. So she probably doesn't want the same to happen to Vivian, and she does have a suspicion that Marielle may be behind all this. So we're going to see what happens, but I really want Ledesma to be able to make friends with her. So probably vent about Agatha or something. I don't know, these two probably aren't on great terms at the moment. I guess their friendship's probably dropped a bit. But another thing is, as well, is that Ledesma has a crush on Tatum, Vivian's boyfriend, so it's going to make things really awkward with their friendship. I guess if she does move in, maybe he would feel really awkward around her. I hope that doesn't happen. So Agatha is going to leave these two to make friends, and she's probably going to go and do some yoga. I love seeing Agatha do yoga. It's the funniest thing ever because she actually levitates after a bit, I swear. So it's really fun. Okay, anyway, these two are talking on the stairs, so it's not as if Ledesma is even being nice and inviting Vivian into the house. He's being pretty rude. She's talking on the stairs there. That's what you do if you don't want somebody to go into your house. I've done it before. I've stood by the door of my house to make sure that somebody can't enter my house. Yeah, really strange stories. But we used to get some really weird people knock on doors when I used to live in the area that I did in England before I moved out, and then I've moved back again. So yeah, it was really bad. Like, we used to get some really creepy people knocking on the door trying to sell us stuff, and that's what I would do. I would stay there so they wouldn't be able to enter my house whatsoever. Okay, well, I do want to make sure that they at least become on good terms in this part, because that's going to be important for the storyline, and I think that by doing that, having, I guess, funny interactions would maybe de-tense them both a bit, because I guess Vivian's sad, she's tense. She's probably tense because of school though, because they've just came back from school. Yeah, I had to change time. I initially started this part when Vivian was just heading out to school, and it didn't go down well because, of course, I couldn't get her back from school, so I just had to start at like 4 or 5 p.m. So worked out pretty well. Okay, give props. What does that even mean? I don't know, but he's going to do it anyway. I swear I've used that before and I still have no idea what it means. Tell funny story. Okay, he's feeling fine now, so that's pretty good. What are Ledesma's traits? Because he's trying to rile her up, whatever that means. Oh, he's hot-headed. Oh, Ledesma. He's probably feeling sad himself though, because he's not the new Archwizard. And I would imagine that that's like Ledesma's life goals right there, to just be the Archwizard or whatever it's called. So yeah, I go too far into these storylines, but I'm enjoying myself too much. And thank you to everybody that did the voiceovers for the machinimas in this episode. There are a ridiculous amount of machinimas in this part compared to others. I think there's like 4, and they're so long as well. So yeah, hopefully it will be a really machinima-packed part, but I like those parts. They're the funnest ones to watch for me. Flash Crazy Eyes, he's going to do it. I don't think she liked that very much. Wasn't Ledesma's best decision in life. Oh my gosh, they're falling out already. Well, at least they know each other. They don't have to be on great terms to live with each other, I guess. But I will be moving Vivian in. I'll probably redecorate it and hoping that it will look a lot better than it is doing now. But what we're going to do is we're going to go and switch over to the next house.
I'm not ending our relationship over some ridiculous promise.
We can no longer be together. I am the new arch-wizard. Vivian and I are destined for each other. Back to the wishing well for you.
Just arrived at the wizard's boarding house, and Balthazar has some very interesting news for all of us, which is the fact that Charlotte has unfortunately returned to the fountain. That's what we're going to say. But yeah, so he's feeling really sad about it now, but I don't really understand why. But thank you to my husband for voicing Balthazar, because honestly, I was laughing so much at editing that part just because of the accent. It was very entertaining and I think it sounded really good. So yeah, definitely excited about, well, I was excited about sharing that. Now another thing is the fact that Oscar has something going on here. Now that's supposed to be Oscar's bed, but anyway. So Oscar has been looking for Calvin secretly. This is a piece of custom content that I made, and I'm really proud of it. It took like an hour, but now I know how to do it. I'm like, do you know what? I'm gonna make so much custom content for this Let's Play. Within reason. So yeah, I think that's pretty good though, because it's like personalized to Calvin. And the idea is that Oscar knows that his friend has gone missing, or like, well, he hasn't really turned up in like a week. And I don't think that suspicions would be raised just yet because of the amount of wizards that drop out of the boarding school anyway. Just like over the years, some have walked out without saying anything. But Oscar feels like his friend just wouldn't leave without a good reason. Who's this? That's Tatum. No, it's not. I don't believe that. I'm going to make him get changed just because I don't think that that's in his character to do that right now. Day of the Dead though. Maybe we should try that challenge. Maybe Marielle should do it. Get rid of 9 Sims. She probably would be able to though. Okay, well, it's going to be a little bit of a depressing time here. Tatum is feeling happier though because he's just visited Vivian and it looks like they've sorted everything out. Does he need to do anything needs-wise? Let's see what the others need. Oscar's tense. Late for work. When did he get a job? Customer support. Okay, he's going to go to it. He's doing pretty well at his job, whatever he's doing. That's pretty good. 48 simoleons an hour. There'd probably be awkwardness between Balthazar and Tatum right now. So, it's going to get super awkward. But Balthazar would probably be, I guess, a little bit mean to Tatum. Just because Balthazar isn't the nicest of people. He's not supposed to be. He's a little bit shallow. Like, now that he knows that, well, now that he knew that his girlfriend, Charlotte, wasn't much use to him, he basically just turned around and said, look, Vivian's more powerful than you. And that's it. So back to the wishing well. And that's what's happened. So Balthazar's going to get really cocky now with his powers. Like, I guess when he's level 10s of everything, yeah, he's not going to be one to mess with. So we're going to have to watch out for Balthazar because he might even be the next Marielle, which would be interesting to have an evil wizard rather than an evil witch. So it's super awkward in here. I guess these two were once friends, but they're now not going to be that close anymore because of what's happened. Like, Tatum probably wouldn't want to speak to Balthazar. Not that it's Balthazar's fault, but it's just how Balthazar's acting about everything, mocking him, etc. So, not a nice person down there. How's Damien feeling? That is something that I haven't even thought about. Oh, Tatum's already like getting angry. Yeah, he's gonna turn into a werewolf again soon, probably because it's nighttime, and he's hot-headed because that's his trait. Because Tatum is secretly a werewolf, and nobody even knows that yet. Like, Oscar's supposed to be the detective around here, and he hasn't even worked that out, and it's part 12. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. Okay, well, Damien's gonna get some food. It looks like he's cheered up a bit, which is quite nice to see. I didn't think that he would. I think that he would probably stay sad for a very long time. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens for his and Marielle's wedding. So I'm really excited to share that part with you. But yeah, he's going to serve some dinner. I don't want him to eat that. He's going to clean up first. Serve dinner with the lack of skills that he has because he's level 5 now. He could have cooked like an amazing meal, but that would have been if he was level 10. And he's not level 10 anymore. So back to square one for him. It's nice though that he's cleaned up all the plates. How disgusting do they look though? They don't look like that when they're in the house, but when you collect them all together, why do they look like that? Anyway, they're gonna get some food, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave this part here, and I will see you all for Unlucky Part 13. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to watch it to the end, and I'll speak to you all soon.